Up here on the ridge of the roof, and the three things I like to look for in these inspections are, first of all, the quality and the age of the roofing material. Second of all would be the quality of installation and the products used. And the third thing I like to look for is overall problems with the roofing system and potential problems down the road. So we already went down on the ground and we saw that there's sufficient soffit ventilation. We ran a thermal camera on it and we saw that that looked all good. These skylight covers look to be about 10 to 15 years old. I'd recommend those get replaced when doing the roof, and you can see there's actually some rust. I'm not going to go down there because it's slippery and wet, but you can see that there's some rust starting to develop on the flashing. So for all these skylights on the main roofing section over the actual house, I'm going to recommend that the flashing kit get replaced and the skylight cover be replaced. On that low pitch section where it's just an overhang, I don't think that's as much as a cause for immediate concern, as if moisture leaks through there, it's not going to be causing damage to the home. And over here, I'm seeing something that's pretty interesting. I'm going to turn off the camera and get over there safely, and I'll get back with you. Mentioned in their email that they saw a dip in the roof, and that is definitely a rotted piece of decking. So I'll go over this with you when we do our consultation, but the three basic components, not the three, but the basic components of a roofing system are, first of all, the plywood decking or CDX or OSB, whatever it is, it needs to be a good substrate for nails to hold. Then the next thing that's going to happen is we're going to put ice and water, which is it's a membrane that's a plastic membrane that goes in all the valleys. And then the next thing we do is we put our synthetic underlayment on the roof, which is basically a tarp-like material. They used to use asphalt paper, but synthetic membrane has a lot of advantages in terms of safety and reliability. So we put our synthetic underlayment on with plastic cap nails, and then we'll put on our starter shingles, which are the first course of shingles that go on down there. Then we'll start shingling up. When we get to a penetration like a skylight, we replace all the flashing around it with stainless steel flashing. Oh yeah, and that's another important thing. Out here at the coast, we always use stainless steel nails. Even this far away from the water, the nails are going to corrode before the roof's bad. So we'll get up to our skylight, we'll reflash it with custom stainless steel skylight flashing, and then we'll replace the cover on that skylight because it's at that age and needs to be replaced. Once we get up here, we'll install a vented ridge system, or we'll replace these RVOs. It's kind of up to homeowner preference. These plastic RVOs I see problems with, and it's not recommended to use metal ones at the coast. They tend to degrade. So that's something we can discuss in terms of options. If we want to plug these vent holes and install a vented ridge, which is where we actually cut into this ridge and it's a continuous venting system, and we do that on both the dormers as well. But overall, I'd say it was a good choice calling us, and we can definitely help you out. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. It's been a long day. So I'm going to get out of here, and I will get a quote together, and we can talk later. Have a good night. 1, 2 skylights, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 4-inch pipe flashing. 1 2-inch pipe flashing. 2 more vents over there, so let's say 20 vents and 24 vents. And some TPO. Ice and water for all the low pitch. Ice and water for the valleys. Easy. Yes, there is metal under here, that's good. And since this whole part right here and this part right here, it's all low pitch, it's all 212. This is all going to get wrapped in the ice and water membrane, the same stuff we put in the valleys. It's a much thicker than the synthetic felt, and it protects a lot better. And yeah, that's that. Thing going to help out the roof is cutting back this tree over here. You want any trees or any debris at least 3 feet from the house, and that tree over there is just leaning on the roof, which is going to prematurely wear it. Also, stuff like this is why it's pretty important to do maintenance on your roof. While this doesn't look too bad now, after a couple of years of this building up, the moisture is going to completely degrade the granules down here, and that's going to be a leak point. So that's why it's always good to make sure your roof is properly maintained.